How's it going out there, YouTubers? Cyberneticshark here with another new video for you. So let's get right into this video review and see what's about. So the other day, I had the chance of watching a great 2002 comedy film called Sorority Boys. Now, Sorority Boys, like I said, is a comedy film from 2002, and it's just an outrageous, hilarious, awesome film. This is just an awesome, funny film that's just all around great, has a lot of great character, and just an all around amazing film. If you want to laugh your butt off, this is the movie to watch, people. It is amazing. Anywho, so who directs this awesome film? None other than Mr. Wally Wodorowski. Now, Wally Wodorowski doesn't really have a lot of directing credits except for this film and one other film. He's mostly a screenplay writer. And he's actually written and done screenplays for some really good, awesome movies. For example, he actually co-wrote the film Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Days. He also co-wrote the awesome 2008 film The Rocker as well, which is a really awesome movie, by the way. If you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. So good. Anywho, so Mr. Wally Wodorowski did an amazing job with this film. He kicked the butt out of it. He did an amazing job with it. His writing ability is really well done. He's an amazing writer, and he really put that writing work and effort and just all goodness into this film. He just made a really good, funny film. And I was really shocked at first because I wasn't sure if this was going to be good, and I remember watching it for the first time and just thinking to myself, I don't know, this looks like the same as all the other crazy comedy films around the same time. And I remember walking away and just going, oh my gosh, this movie is so stinking hilarious. I gotta have it. I gotta see it again. And it was just an all-around, like I said, fun film. Now, this film has a really awesome cast. I mean, it's got a huge cast of just really good bit part and big actors at the time. To start off this awesome film, we have the awesome Barry Watson in this film. Now, you might recognize Barry Watson from such TV shows as Seventh Heaven. But also, he was in a couple other great movies too. Most notably, I feel his biggest was the great film Teaching Mrs. Tingle was a really interesting film. And that was another film that he was in. He was really good in that film, I thought. It was very, dark and with a little bit of comedy element to it, but he did a really good job. I liked his character in it. It was very kind of sinister a little bit, almost. It was a lot different than his character in Seventh Heaven. But in this film, Barry Watson kind of plays the leader slash he's the first one to come to terms with they need to change their attitude type of thing, and he's kind of like the head honcho and we have to do something to get back into this and etc. etc. And he just played a really good character in it. I really enjoyed it. He was very funny, lots of great one-liners, just some very interesting scenes that were just funny too. And I thought he was a good addition to the film. I thought he was perfect in that kind of leading man role for the film. We also have in the film the awesome, the hilarious Mr. Michael Rosenbaum. Oh my gosh. Now, if you recognize Michael Rosenbaum, you might recognize him from the TV show that was on TV Land called In Pasture. That only ran 2 seasons, but was an amazing, funny show. He was also in an other awesome 2007 comedy film with Jamie Kennedy called Kicking It Old School, playing a bad guy character. And oh my gosh, he was so funny in that. That's such a great movie. I can't wait to do a review for that one. That one is just hilarious. I mean, it's like top line with this one. If I had to pick out of the two, I feel they'd have to be even because I think both of them are just such great comedy films. But Michael Rosenbaum's character in the film is kind of the playboy slash, gets all the women, sleeps with them all, videotapes them, slash, kind of almost like the middleman. He's kind of head honcho, Barry Watson, but he really isn't. But at the same time, like, because of how good he is at getting women, he's kind of higher up in the, hierarchy in the group of the three. And he's just, it's hilarious because the character that he plays, there's like when he's asked, after he's in drag form, and like everyone these guys keep yelling fat ass and stuff like that, and his expressions were just pure picture perfect. They were so hilarious. He did an amazing funny job. He's a great comedian. I wish he would do more comedy because he's just so good at it. And he was just a great addition to the film as well. We also have in the film the awesome comedian Mr. Harlan Williams. Now, Harlan Williams you might recognize from some big movies that he was like the main character or secondary. But I feel that a couple of his really good movies, which were very small roles but really memorable, was such films as Superstar, where he plays the bike driving guy, who I think is hilarious because he really doesn't talk in the film, and it's funny. And then you also have him in a great small little role too in another awesome comedy film, and that is in There's Something About Mary, where he plays the killing hitchhiker, which I think is absolutely hilarious too. And his expressions and just how he acts was just so stinking hilarious. It's amazing. So stinking funny. But he plays a great character in this film too. He plays a character named Doofer, and he's kind of like the dumb idiot of the trio. And you're just like, you can't not help to laugh at his character because he just plays such a great idiot. And that's pretty much his character. And he's like, he eats, sleeps, and is stupid. And he was a great addition to the trio and a part of the movie, and just made the movie even more memorable and funny. Just Harlan Williams rocks. I love that guy. We also have in the film a wonderful actress, comedian, and a beautiful woman, Miss Melissa Sagemiller. Now, Melissa Sagemiller you might recognize from such films as with Kirsten Dunst and Get Over It from 2001. She also was in an awesome horror flick that came out in 2001 as well, called Soul Survivors. Now, Melissa Sagemiller kind of plays the female lead in the film, and she's the one that's kind of hooking up with Barry Watson's character in the film. And she did a really good job playing this kind of like snarky bitch, to be, blunt about it, slash like just like, veggie eating, like, God worshipping crazy person basically. And she's anti-feminist and all this stuff, but she played a really good like kind of mean asshole type of person character, and she did a really good job. But then she had a good sweet side to her, which was the side that really Barry Watson got to see in the film. And they had a fun time, I feel, and I think she was a good addition to the film as well. Last but not least, another great comedian actress is in this film, Heather Matarazzo, who I absolutely think is hilarious in every single film she's been in. She's funny, she's hilarious. I love her little cameos in films. She's never in anything where it's like a huge role, but her small, minute roles have been really amazing over the years. She's a great character actress, and I absolutely loved her in it. She has just been amazing. You might recognize her from such films as her cameo in Scream 3 as Jamie Kennedy's sister. Yeah, she is a really good character actor, and I really enjoyed her in this film. She was a great addition to the funny, ugly girls sorority that they end up going to in this film, and it's just really hilarious. So now, if you're not familiar with what Sorority Boys is about, basically what happens in the film is the trio, or the three guys, Barry Watson, Michael Rosenbaum, and Harlan Williams, get kicked out of their fraternity for some false pretenses. And so when they get kicked out, they really don't have anything, so they decide to pretend to be girls and join with a sorority. And while they're doing that, they're trying to figure out how do they get back into the frat. And so they're trying to figure out who basically, like, framed them, and so that they can be able to get back into the fraternity and get their lives back, basically. And that's pretty much what the movie is about. And it just, a lot of hilariosity happens, a lot of funny things, great moments, lots of great, one-liners throughout this film. It's just an amazing, awesome film. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Giant 10 golden movie boxes up on this film. It's so funny, so well done. Wally Wodorowski did an amazing job with the film. You can see it in his writing for like The Rocker and several of the other movies he's written. He has really good talent, and I see it in his direction in this film. I think he's a good director as well, in which he would direct more. But just an all-around great film. If you haven't seen it, like I said, check it out, people. Totally worth a watch. You'll laugh your butts off. It's so much fun. Excellent film. So that's it for this review, guys. As always, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And as always, leave your comments down below. Let me know if you like to see any new type of videos, or if you have an idea, or any comments about anything. I appreciate them all. And as always, keep your eyes out for any new or older videos you might not have seen mine yet. And I'll check in the next one.